Hello, dear friends, and also the group of people that have been praying for us. You've been praying for us, if you're part of that group, for well over 20 years. And well, I'd like my friends and also the prayer group to pin your ears back, okay? Because I think that's important. Right, but first, as you can tell, things are changing here. We felt upon my retirement, which started yesterday, that the benefice did not need to see me knocking about. And the very first day of my retirement, the removers came in and they've been packing us up. And then today and tomorrow, we will actually be moving to Newark. And you are ever so welcome to come and visit us and stay in contact with us. Our address is 123 Houghton Road, Hawton Road, Newark, postcode NG24 4QE. Okay, so there you go. Oh, come and see us. That would be lovely. That would be really lovely. Anyway, just pin your ears back. Okay, because, there you have been faithfully praying for us for all those years, and you just need to know what some of your prayers have done. I'm thinking, for instance, I've trained 5 curates. One of them didn't work out. The other 4 worked out just fantastically, absolutely fantastically. And those people are just affecting loads of people for the kingdom of God, and have affected loads of people for the kingdom of God. I've recommended a number of people to go forward for ordination. Of those, 6 have been accepted. So that's great, isn't it? Just 6 people, and 5 of them are now ordained and ministering. In fact, last Sunday we were at one of their churches. We went to one of their churches, a curate, and one of them is in theological training. So that's just wonderful, I think, isn't it? What else? Oh, yes, and then there's been 2 long-term ordinand placements, of 18 months each, I think, if I remember rightly. And both of those are ordained and they're doing really well. So that's great. And then there is a chap called Andy Mason from Citygate Church that Judy and I used to belong to. And we're really grateful for what they put into us. It's just such a debt we owe, really. But anyway, he had a prophecy, and it was this. He said, even though you have not had any children, God will give you coachloads of spiritual children. And, and that prophecy has come true. My goodness me. There's been many coachloads of spiritual children that we've had, and that is just amazing, isn't it, that that's come true? So that's wonderful. So you need to know, and then of course there's all the other people that we've ministered to and helped them in their spiritual walk, their walk with Jesus, and loved them. And goodness me, they've loved us. I'm thinking especially of there's so many people, but especially church wardens who see the church from a very different angle, because they serve so fully in a very different way. And it's just been a privilege with them. Now, of course, with us, I do have one saying, which I believe the Lord gave me, which is, God cannot refuse a surrendered life. Stay surrendered. So that means that I just want to stay surrendered, and who knows what God will do with us. But certainly for the first few months, I think God is saying, just settle yourself down into your new pattern of living, which we'll do. So that's great. We are all over the place, but somehow believe that God has held us and God is holding us. Okay, so there we are. You need to know that you have an inheritance um, through that, by your prayers and by your love for us. You know, you're sharing in all that God's done. We couldn't have made it this far without you. And of course, we got further chapters to go. So I remember Bishop Graham Dow saying he would not have remained in ministry if it was not for the group of people that prayed for him. And I know what he means. I remember the archdeacon that walked with me through the darkest hour of my ministry, the darkest hours of my ministry. Oh, so grateful. I remember my spiritual director who said actually some very hard things to me, but never for one moment did he stop absolutely believing in me. And that's great. He introduced me to Charles de Foucauld, which has made a massive difference in my life. But there's so many, and there we are. And I'm really grateful to my last diocese here, Peterborough Diocese. And, I'm thinking of the diocesan staff. And to be honest, it's a tough old job being a vicar. It really is. And it leads you to the end of yourself, and it leads you to prayer on your knees. God, please help, as it should do. And very often that help has come through the diocesan staff here. And, I'm especially grateful to Archdeacon Richard and my chapter, who have they've just been great, really. And also I'm thinking of Charlotte and Charlie as well, who have just given themselves to helping as best they can and believing as best they can. And there we are. It's just wonderful. I could say so much more, but right now I just want to thank the Lord, and we move forward step by step, and who knows what the future holds for us. I do want to say and thank you for the friendships, because you start off working together, ministering together, whatever you call it, you know what I mean, serving together. But God takes it past that, if we allow God to take it past that, into a friendship relationship, doesn't he? Because our relationships need to go past the functional. And it's very sad when I see clergy that are very effective, but although they're very effective in their relationships with people purely on a functional basis. And it needs to go beyond that, of course, because God talks more in terms of family, really, doesn't he? Okay, so there we are. God bless, and bye-bye for now.